All right, all right. Welcome, welcome. It is Thursday evening, 7 p.m. on the East Coast, and we are live as usual with the founder of Liberty Aid Academy, John McCaig. And happy good week to you. New Year's, I guess that New Year's slate. How late can you go by saying Happy New Year to I've said it already to you, but how late in the year do you get to say that to somebody?
I don't know. January 15th feels kind of like a line.
Yeah.
It's like you can still say it. I'm still like, it's so maybe. I don't know. Halfway into January, you can still be like, you get a
Because
look.
if it was the first time I saw you, maybe we could get
Yeah.
away with that.
What?
Yeah.
Happy New Year, man. Where you been? I ain't even seen you for a minute.
Right, right. Very good, very good. Well, the show, since it is the 15th, and you've mentioned a couple times now, Pi Day 314 is
Yeah.
the anniversary date, and you did mention that there will be a slight increase in the price. So I figured I'd shout it out and make it known. This is the countdown to the price jump.
Yeah.
And if you can't afford the payments because there's a payment plan or whatever it is you got to do to scrape up the cash to get in on the bundle, you better start making that happen. But there's a couple options for you, but do not wait. We are counting down to the anniversary. Happy anniversary. Um, 10 years,
10 years.
10
On
years
14.
of putting in the hard work for you. I am going to hit my third year this summer.
Yeah.
So I am excited as well. And I'm happy to be here. So I don't know if you have any other special announcements. We've got people piling in the room now, and we'll say hello to them. But how you doing?
Good. And my co-host Tim Judge in the house. Great to have you. Come from Connecticut, real estate agent and or realtor. I love that. I love that meme about that. We've talked about that for Modern Family, but it's so funny. Anyway, if you need help with real estate, you have someone you can trust, and he can help manage you, guide you, and so on in all 50 states. If you need some, and people need help with their real estate and someone they can trust now. So anyway, I just practical help people. So anyway, yes, the trust has been working on 3/14/2016 for 10 years. I've been doing more work than that for 15 years, and it's such a large body of work now. You get every single course on every topic comes with being a student now. And it all works in USA and Canada now too. So it's really, of any investment that exists and has ever existed in the United States, this is the biggest ROI, return on investment. Being a student at Liberty Aid Academy, opening up this trust, and all the other financial things that come with it. No other investment of your time and money is going to gain as much as being a student. And it doesn't go away. You know what I mean? Hey, I had a good year. Oh, stock market's down. No, this stuff, once you learn it, it's going to pay you every year. And
Yep.
the more you learn, the more you're going to get paid. And the government's never going to get anything from me anymore. So learning these methods it's what the wealthy elite have been doing all the time and how they've gotten ahead legally. So as an accountant, all I did was I did it all. And then I was like, hey, everybody, guess how they're cheating in the game?
Yeah.
Guess why they're winning? And then I teach how to do it to everyone. Totally legal is what the president of the United States, Donald Trump, has said he does himself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I even if you don't, who cares if you don't like Trump? You'd be okay with the balance in his bank account and his real estate. Am I right? So that's my point. What I'm getting at, you don't have to like him, but you can just look at proven outcome of methods. So okay, and he's not just in the United States, he's running the United States. So you can't say, "Oh, I don't know if this is going to work." It works for him, works for me, works
Yep.
for 100% of the students now. A decade for the trust, 15 years for everything else. I mean, it's really, you have to actually flip the script now and say what stands up anywhere to the proof that Liberty Aid Academy has. It's the number one school in America. You have proof that it works.
I was just thinking, now that you said that we're talking about the anniversary and we're talking about Trump, his famous quote, and that was from when he was debating Hillary in 2016. So it was the same time that you launched this, where he said, she called him out and said, "Oh, well, he hasn't paid taxes, in forever," and he said, "That's because I'm smart," and he shot that right back at her, and that was a big brouhaha during the election, but it was true. And he said, "Because I'm smart," and he goes, "And your biggest donors do the same thing." And so he goes, "And that's why, you haven't changed the rules, and you're not gonna, because that's where you get your money from." So it was really amazing. And now that it just linked up the two, that you started this the same time that he made that comment. Um, and again, whether you like him or not, he's playing by the rules that are set out there that everybody's allowed to, but most people don't know of. And that's why we're here.
He's a business guy, and he's playing by the business rules, and he's accumulating more assets and revenue stream. I mean, that's what you do in the USA, capitalism. It's like, okay, what can I do? What's legal? What methods can I use that, help me and don't take up much more of my time? It's like, what can I do? Your time is already limited. So you start this trust and it works forever. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Each one of these things, you get it, it works, and it keeps working. So you never let it go. I have some other stuff to talk about too tonight. I'm really kind of excited. I got stuff in the mail.
There's a few hellos here. Just want to say hello before the questions start piling in. But Sylvia's here. Alex is sending messages. Frank says hello, John and Tim.
Gina.
Josh is here.
Good to have you, Josh.
Josh, what are the payment options? Oh, yeah. Well, we'll take that one. That is the when you go to check out at the on the website, you can a payment plan is presented there as well. So you can split it up into 4 payments, equal payments. There's no interest really on those, and you get the course and all the information immediately. So you can start right away and then just pay those out. Is it every 2 weeks or every month? How the pay now works?
I forget what it is. There is interest, but we eat it on our side. Actually, you don't. So we want people. We want to change lives. We want to change individual and families, and then multi-generation lives, and we're doing that. And we don't want to stop doing that. Is why we added the payment plan option. And really, just like, hey, I'm going to get the McCaig Mastery Trust. I'm going to get everything, and you go to check out. And it's like, would you like to do shop pay payments? So it's like, oh, yeah, let me do that. And you got to fill out a few more, details and so on. And then you get the information right away. You have to pay payments over time, but you get everything right away. So you can immediately open a trust, do the other work, start saving money, getting money, and all those things. And then that's where your money can come from to pay the payment plan. So it really works out. You immediately change your life financially. The money going out is less, the money coming in is more, just with these methodologies. So, and you're never going to have the government take money from you ever again, or the banks or any of that. Once you learn this knowledge, it's so easy to get out there and do like Donald does, basically.
Here it is. I found it. So if you're looking at there on Liberty Aid Academy, and you go to the bundle, and you look at this, says $24.97 right now. But if you scroll down and see everything you get with it, buy with Shop Pay, right there. You click on that, and once you agree to make the payments, it will split those up. I got to log. I'm a member, so it's not really going to go through. But hit the Shop Pay option there, and that's what will get you through to the payment plan. So great question. Thank you very much. And let's see who else is in the room. Alex, heavy material, holy, even extremely blessed. Yes.
Good to have you on board, Alex. Been on board for a long time now. You got everything and you're doing the work. I'm really happy for you.
Raina says greetings.
Hawaii welcome. House. All right, Raina. Good to have you, girl.
And look at this. Grateful Andy says, greetings, everyone. Yesterday, I paid $99 for the YouTube membership. Excellent.
Smart. Smart. You have that
Welcome,
for
welcome.
1 month and you're going to be crazy happy.
Josh is here. Can I create the trust in the name of Yahweh, Yahshua? Do I have to use the modernized name Jesus in the trust, or can it be the name as it was before translated?
No, it's copyrighted. It has to be Jesus Christ. That's the only name with proof of working. Switching out a copyrighted trust. See, Jesus Christ is the most popular name of God in the USA, and why I used it. You don't want to go into a bank like Yeshua, and you don't want to. You don't want any of that. Plus, I met with Jesus Christ. I never met with Yeshua. So I work for the God that I've met with and that I serve, and I've met with the shadow too, the devil. So Yeshua is actually not a name of God. It's just a name in the script. And so I don't use it because I never met with the Yeshua. I have met with the devil. I have met with Jesus Christ and others, but I've never met with a Yeshua. So no, can't use that. Doesn't have any use as a name. And if you want to get into the spiritual technology of the name of God and stuff, I'm forwarding that technology at all times on JesusChristTrust.net. Actually, the last show I did, I talked about that some in the work I'm doing with the name Jesus Christ and its use in having things not be stolen. So as a sanctuary, the name as a sanctuary. And no one has ever proven that Yeshua does anything. And I have proven that the name Jesus Christ does many things. So no, I wouldn't go backwards in proof. I only deal in proof, not stories, not scripts and stuff like that. You have a script of Yeshua, okay, but you have no proof of outcome. I've got over 100 testimonials in the name Jesus Christ and so on. I get asked to switch out the name of God from Jesus Christ, and I'll never do it. Not for any reason, because no one comes with proof of the other information. If you want to know about those things and the script and the other names of God and stuff, that's the type of thing to bring up on the spiritual thing that I do at the church. Again, Jesus Christ Trust.net on noon, on Sundays, on YouTube. I'm there at noon and I go over this and other information. You just pop in there and say, hey, remember my question? And then I'll handle the more spiritual questions over there. We can get really in depth that way. Also, in the forum, when you're a student, there's index parts of the topics, and those things are in there too. If you're interested in, it's like general spiritual questions, Jesus Christ trust, a lot of parts to the spiritual thing, and you can put in a question there, and I'm happy to go into it more than just like this format right here. It's a good question, but as you become a student, you can get into the forum. I'm moderator in there, so is Tammy, and everyone else is in there, by the way. All the topics are indexed, and there's a search bar. So you can go in there and ask questions like this. You don't have to wait till Thursday now. Become a student. You can look up anything, and then if you're, hey, I don't know, you put your question in there, and then I help you with it. So do other people, So long-winded answer, but I wanted to fully inform you. That was a good question. Thank you. I've gotten it before.
Well, there are more questions and comments coming in, but
Great.
you said you had another comment from either the classroom or Instagram. You're
I
streaming out
did.
on.
I did. I had a question come in, a direct message from someone, and the question was, "Hey, I want to get an SBA loan, um, and he has great credit now, but he's making plans to take the most money possible from all of them, including SBA, the banks, everything, because people come to my work usually with some financial you know what I mean, and he's got high balances on the credit cards now. So what I say to people is, hey, get as much credit as you can, go out there, use all your credit. If what you have left, buy US minted gold buffaloes, have them sent to your doorstep. And with any extra less than gold, like 1 ounce gold, buy smaller size US gold, minted gold buffaloes, and then move to silver US minted gold silver coins. only U.S. minted coins and only sent to your home. Hold them there and nowhere else. Okay. Immediately you can turn it to cash at any coin place, any day of the week they'll take them, and you go. Or if you want crypto or whatever, I'm sure you can do that too, but any day of the week, go get US dollars for it. So it's instantly liquid. So I recommend you do that with the extra credit limit that you got on different cards in different places. If you have cash, like he's saying, oh, I'm going to get an SBA loan, go into his LLC or what have you, into his person, push it all over into a trust, and then pull a Donald Trump. Oh, sorry, close the company and be like, yeah, hey, sorry, we went out of business, and just let the actually close the business, right? Whatever business you have, it's registered as Secretary. You say close it there. Let the IRS know too. Hey, got the EIN, don't need it anymore. That thing is closed. It's defunct. It's not operational anymore. You let them know, hey, it's out of business. Sorry. Close the bank accounts. Close. Don't use it. Move to using a trust. Put all the money in the trust that you got from the SBA. It's closed. They can't get a penny. And you took everything you can. You took all your credit cards, you took the SBA loan. He's being wise, to do this. I was like, maybe the SBA won't give any money again. So, they might not.
Yeah.
But okay, so burn it for as much as you can, like he's like, okay. Every 7 years in the USA, the credit report of the person gets wiped clean. There's nothing you have to do to make that happen. You don't have to interact with them, right? Everything's in the trust. Nothing is in your person. Even if they were to get a judgment, they can't get a penny. They can't get anything. Okay, so to not do this is missing out on one of the largest financial changes you can make in your life, and you should be do it regularly. You have to, with the way things are. What good is credit anyway? I mean, it gets you into the trap of paying triple for a real estate. I don't advise getting a mortgage. Maybe you need a little bit of a mortgage to do something. Otherwise, get less. Rent. It's a great time to rent with asset value for real estate going down. Rent's going down, and home values are going down. Rent, gold is going for the roof. So, and you can change into cash any day of the week. Boom. So this was a question I had in a direct message. So I would also on this, I go to Liberty Aid Academy's YouTube channel. And I type in, hey, you can do a search on our YouTube channel, any YouTube channel. You do a search, and I would put in Jaron's name in there, Jaron. I would search, and I would go watch that testimonial, because you're like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen to me. I'm like, nothing is going to happen, because everything's in your trust, nothing's in your person, nothing in your LLC. They're empty. That's all they have is, oh, I personally guarantee it. So your person has nothing. Your LLC has nothing. Whatever the SBA had, it doesn't have anything. So go watch this Jaron's testimonial, and in that, he got a judgment on his person from some credit card, I think, and they were like, and he had first name, last name trust, which is what I advise. You open your first trust as first name, last name trust. So, it's his first name and last name, and it's his trust after. He has a bank out at Chase. And so they get a judgment against him, first name, last name. They write over to Chase, and he shows all the paperwork, okay? So right over to Chase, hey, we understand he's, John, his last name, he's got money in there. And you know what Chase Bank writes back? Nope. No money here. No, right. No, zero. Sorry. No, it's a complete hack with proof. And so to not do this, you're looking at, I mean, if you got trouble with your credit card, oh my God, you're in a heap of pain already. Just you're already struggling. You don't want to take on a mortgage or something if you can't pay your credit cards already. Like you're already in trouble. So go get some cash, put it in your trust, have bad credit. You're not handling it that well anyway. Okay, so I had to do this. I had to do that. They got us on a hamster wheel. Don't feel bad about it. No, feel bad if you get less money than you could. Oh, what if you could have extra 50 grand or extra 100 grand or extra 200 grand from doing this? Same amount of time your credit is messed up, same amount of time. So take the most money. That's why he's like, hey, I could get an SBA loan. I'm like, okay, they might not lend again, but go get the money. Why, and then you just ignore them. Close
Now,
the
question on you're talking about fixing the person's credit and then of course building that up and then wiping it out. Now, if you have a first name last name trust and you have a Christian based trust, then you can build up the credit for those two trusts. Is there an issue of those two trusts being at the same address? So if I have my first name trust and then my Christian trust, both being at my house, building credit for that, they don't look at like, well, what are you doing just opening these trusts, in the same place? And does that have an effect, or are there downsides to any of that?
No, because that's what the wealthy elite do. They are at this address, and that's where their trusts go. And
Yeah,
that's how I handle this. So no, they're not going to make their lives harder. But within that question is another good point that I'm glad you brought up. If you're building credit and you want to, I want to keep good credit for
right.
say your first name, last name trust, or your Christian trust, I want to build that. Okay. Then those are for using credit when you're going to pay it back. You know what I mean? Get the 1 or 2% discount, blah, blah, blah. But if you're going to burn your person and take as much money as possible, I'd go get an LLC. First of all, it's already registered at Secretary of State, so that skips a step that you need to do with a trust. You're only going to build up the credit to burn the credit and go buy gold coins with it and what other assets. If that's the actual absolute plan from the get-go, then I wouldn't even bother probably building up a credit trust. I would some if you're into it. You don't need credit out there for anything. I've done this several times and not had personal credit for years on end until it comes around. You don't need it for anything, basically. You don't have to live a life where you have to overextend and get credit. Right. You don't have to do that. You just go buy a car for cash. You can rent. These things are good ideas. And then you could, instead of putting all your money into a piece of real estate, and then you still can't afford the whole thing, you got a mortgage, and now you're paying triple for it. It's like, oh my God, like a $400,000 house, you end up paying $1.2 million to get a 30-year mortgage.
Yeah.
But it's like, don't do that anyway. It's bad, Rent and keep all your money liquid if you're absolutely if it's really tight like that, it's not a good plan. I would instead rent and focus my time on doing all these financial hacks from the school. I think you're like, okay, actually we save some money, things are better. Now maybe we want to buy a house in a trust. Okay. But not how they got us down to razor thin margins. I don't think that's a good idea. So, credit is overrated except for taking their money.
Yeah.
Really know that. Uh-oh.
This is from Charles, actually. He's in the back room here. But he's asking the question, to be able to build credit with new trusts, does the person's credit have to be great also?
No, it doesn't. And
they're build completely separate entities, right? So it's
completely separate. But you can only go up to certain credit things. Like you're not going to get a Visa, a MasterCard, or something like that. You're not going to get that. You're going to get net 30 accounts. You're going to be able to build actually a stellar credit profile for a trust so that when your credit comes back around for your person, right, then you're like, okay, I got good personal credit again. Now your trust already, you spent some time, you made it have good credit over the years, and you didn't need to personally guarantee anything. They're just, other types of credit to get. And I teach how to do that on a YouTube channel in our courses, blah, blah. so that when your personal credit comes around again, oh, hey, I'm going to now personally guarantee your credit card over there for the trust. Okay. Since you built a credit profile and now it's looking good over there, expect to triple your credit limits. You see, it's a if you didn't build a credit for it and just had good personal credit, you may get some starter cards, but it's all about building the credit profile. And if you built it over a couple of years, hey, I destroyed this, but in the meantime, you build up your credit for your trust, great. You'll have amazingly high credit limits with the credit cards you can get at that point. Good question. Good question. You can get some, and it's important.
Pamela Poe says greetings.
One of the number one ladies up in the house here, Pamela. God bless you.
Raina saying this is the best channel for trust knowledge. Don't spend your money on any other fake gurus or attorneys.
Yeah, it's horrible. Thank you, Raina. It's really horrible what they do to people. You know, people don't look for proof. This is the only place you're going to find like 100 testimonials plus. No lawyers have testimonials of their work. Hey, I did what I'm teaching you. They don't have that. Why not? Like, why don't you just show you're doing what you're telling people to do? No, I do that though. I prove that I do this and then I teach it. No other gurus, they don't do that. And then they don't have the proof of the testimonials of other people. So only in your life ask for proof and you will have such an easier life. You'll know the truth, you know, and you won't get caught up in any fairy tales. Oh, they're so cute. They're so, listen to the way they say that, you know, who cares about that? Where's your proof? That's if you look for proof, you will change your life.
And I'll just, as an observation, when you're talking to attorneys or financial planners, whatever, they're trying to sell you something. You know, they're getting either a commission or a kickback from somebody else or whatever. So they're all trying to sell you something.
Yeah.
And if they can't sell you this program, they're not going to recommend it. And or they just haven't used it. They don't know. So they're just going to go with what they know and what they're trained to sell. And that's why they like it. And if you're talking to your cousin at a party and he's got a friend attorney that opens up LLCs for you and he goes, this is how it's done. It's because he doesn't know. And his friend, the attorney, is trying to sell you something. And, you know, so if you're going to spend your money, do your research, do your own research, look at all the stuff on the YouTube channel, all the testimonials and look at the coursework. But I'll tell you the number one thing, and we've mentioned before, but, and I think we should do a show on it again next week is inside the classroom. It's really unbelievable, but,
it is, but let's get down to the real thing here. I learned I was a slave when I got foreclosed on in the big crash. Tim had trouble back then too.
Yeah.
And, you know, I got an MBA, master's in accounting, and I spend 7 days a week from them hunting them.
Yeah.
You know, how come we pay for land? What? Aren't we the citizens here? We're slaves, okay? So every single thing that we can do financially, legally, in any way, shape, or form to better our lives and not the government's, okay? That's all I care about. I care about you and your family. That's all I care about. And I'm going to hunt them and their money until my last breath, period, because that's what helps people. Okay, I didn't make a world where we got to pay bills and get taxed. I didn't do that. I am an accountant. I am a trained auditor. Okay, what are they doing? Oh, okay. Now I see what you're up to. Let me use your methods. I'm not going to go with the devil. And then, you know, Jesus Christ is popular here. We will go in that direction. It worked like a charm. Okay, never going to stop hunting. Why can't they just tell us this in grade school and make it a level playing field? They don't. I had to go out there, find this out. Now copyrighted, help everyone through it, and everybody's stealing my copyrighted work out there, changing it so it doesn't work for people. Horrible what people are doing. So a little background, and you can see it in all my videos too. All this over time, my channel is having nothing, being homeless, beating the bank, showing my credit report, showing the new credit cards, getting over on them this way, that way, my checks, everything. All of those 15 years, I show the whole story as it went with proof. And then all the people are like, wait, what did you do? And they're doing it too. Now it's 100+ testimonials, so many people, 15 years. Not a ripple from any government agency. Why? I'm a trained auditor, an accountant with an MBA. I'm simply copying and using the wealthy elites methods that are legal. That's all I'm doing. And I'm teaching you how to do it. No one else is doing that with proof. Just this place. 15 years at it. And it works great. So, and it's fun to finally get over on it. Let me tell you,
Oh yeah.
that's one thing that'll keep you going. It's fun to, got this money every month. Never paying you in the IRS again. Never need an accountant again. Never to fill out an IRS form. What?
Yeah.
On down the list. 3 people in college over here in Connecticut for free, on and on and on. They stole everything from us, the land, everything. Okay. So that's where I'm coming from with this. I'm trying to help you with proof. So it's like, I don't have to worry. There's proof.
Yep. And Sylvia, thank you for confirming it's monthly payments when you do the pay now and the pay option. And it's well worth it. Above and beyond, my life is changing because of this trust. Good for you. Congratulations.
You're working hard, Sylvia. I agree. You just got in and you're in the classroom and you're doing all your work. Good for you. I agree with your assessment. Good hard worker.
Here's one for me. Gratefully, Andy. I relocated from Florida to New York. I now work for Sotheby's International Realty, and I want to use my trust to receive commissions from realty. Yes. Do I have to register the trust with the Secretary of State first? You should, yes. But you're
no, you don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to. Should is a word, but you don't have to do that because it has a tax ID number when you're using it. That's all. You don't need to register. No. You don't need to. Really, the only reason to register is to build credit for the trust. Some other rules in certain states may pop up, but they are incredibly rare and few and far between. Not for a license situation. I have never seen it for any kind of license situation. Getting paid as a realtor, none of that. I never about getting paid. No, I never seen anything like that. It's usually about getting credit. You see what I'm saying? Because they want to have, what's your address? They want to have, how do we sue you if you don't pay your credit back? So no, this isn't about credit. So no, registering is, I've never seen that be necessary in a situation like that. You can do it, but.
Well, I did it. And it didn't cost me anything to register it with the state, and you don't pay any fees for it. So I didn't see any harm or even thought to double question it. But the company that did pay me through it, requested for the paperwork that I had registered the company. So, I gave it over to them, and I've told you this story before. Yeah. They still sent me a 1099 to Tim Judge, and I was like, no, I gave you all the paperwork for my Christian trust. You donated that money directly to the Christian trust. Tim Judge never got paid. Yeah. And they were like, oh, well, you're going to have to fix that. I was like, I'm not the one who lied to the IRS. You did. And so you better fix that because Tim Judge never got paid from you. And that was it.
And that came from your W-9 that you filled out with the agency that you're a broker with, like Gratefully Andy's with Sotheby's. They're going to say, oh, hey, fill out your W-9, right, when you go in, and that'll produce a 1099 annually. You won't do anything with it, Andy. You'll just do nothing with it. But they will make payments by check or however you decide, right? They'll make payments based on the W-9, and that'll have the trust on it. First name, last name, trust. That'll be on there, and they won't really see a difference between that and your license. You'll be good to go. You see, you just get your license in the name of the person. So all the money's going into the trust. So it's like, thanks. And all the risk, all the action is going where your license is to the person. It's like, it's the ultimate hack. It's so beautiful. What a great question.
That's the other thing that my company and your company, Sotheby's, is going to charge you for errors and omissions insurance, right? This is goes from $25. It depends on how big the deal is. If you're doing multi-million-dollar houses, they can up it from there. But if you opted out of that, I mean, my company's big company, they do it whether you like it or not. But if I ran my own business, I wouldn't have to get the insurance because me, the agent broker, has nothing. And the payment came in because what they're going to try and do is claw back that commission, right? Is say, oh, you didn't tell us there was wetlands on the property. And I'm like, yes, I did, or no, I didn't. And then they go, well, you owe us some money back because, and then as soon as you start fighting, they're going to go, well, why don't you give them 20% back or something like, they're going to try and sue you for something. And you go, oh, Tim Judge doesn't have anything. The guy who has this license has nothing. And, the payment that came in was donated to the Christian Trust. It's gone. You're never going to get it back from there.
Yeah. You never have assets at risk at any time for any reason. It's so wonderful to operate this way. It really is. And that's just one example, a broad example. And it's true what Tim brought up, but you can bring up so many examples. You operate your first name, last name trust, but you couldn't have a second trust and just put everything over there that you don't want at risk. A Christian name trust, there are other ways, but a trust has never been pierced with any lawsuit or anything like that. Your person is out there with a license, so it could have trouble, but who cares? Whoops, that's what it's there now as the bullseye, the target to take all the problems because it doesn't have anything. It's so wonderful once you find out the truth.
Jay's here, never misses a show. How we doing, Jay?
Good to have you, Jay. Raina, that's so nice of you, Raina. Thank you, girl. She's a good hard worker too.
Raina said, I have the same question about the Bulgarian or Greek name. I think that's back to Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we can't trust the script and the stories we're told. We just simply cannot trust them. Anything we're told out there in the world, we can't trust them because they're a bunch of liars, okay? We can only go for proof. That's why I'm out there proving the name Jesus Christ. I'm like, well, I can't trust it. So, because I can't trust anything is what I learned from them. Our overlords can't trust them. So we have to prove what works. Only proof of outcome matters, okay? So that's why it's used. I'm glad to hear that, Raina.
Jay is asking, don't you have to show financials to get the SBA loans?
You might have to. And he may have good financials at this point to show him right before, setting him up to walk the plank, like, okay, into the ocean you go. I'll take your gold to blues. Bye. I hope the sharks like that meal. Goodbye, banker. One less banker. So yes, there an SBA loan isn't necessarily easy to do, but if he had been planning to do it and is set up to do it and so on, then yeah, I mean, if you're into taking the most and that's your plan, well, why not? Yeah, you can only hit the SBA once, so hit him with all you got. When you qualify, you can give him the financials. I mean, come on, go for it. Yes, Jay, that's a good point. But if he's doing it, max it out, take their money, and then still qualify for helicopter money, like I said, with another trust or whatever. Get that thing ready to go. Just in case. Oh, we got a helicopter. Funny, we just went out of business in this other business, so we need some helicopter money. Thank you very much. I love it.
Our Canadian ambassador is here. Jamie Bonk in the house.
That's such a great way to put it. Good to have you, Jamie. Hope your family's doing great. I miss you. Love you all.
Saying hi to all. Reese is here as well. Welcome.
Another hard worker right here, Reese. I'm hearing a lot of good things, man. Good to have you. the Queen of the North.
There you go. Jay saying, I threw caution to the wind, and the month after starting the registered trust, I started an LLC sitting in the wings, getting ready to do that. There you go.
There you go. I mean, this stuff is just, you just do it over time and you just get it ready. And then one day you take all the money. Thank you. It feels pretty good, really.
Wow, here's a great testimonial. Jamie says the credit info works. I had 70,000 in personal credit and now have almost 400,000.
That's really good. I Mine is I keep a spreadsheet. I teach you how to do this in the courses and on YouTube and stuff. But I keep a spreadsheet and I show you how to do this easily and quickly. For mine, I'm only up at 168,000 now. What the hey, girl? You're out ahead. I love it.
He's working it.
You got more than double what I'm looking at. Way to go. No, she's really up there in the stratosphere with this. She's like, should I do it? Should I do it? Should I do it? Well, get as much as you can. Got another one. And she's always posting videos and the photos in the forum of, with the credit limit and all that stuff. I did that for years too. I should do some more of that. I got a lot now too, but not that much.
Yeah. So, who was this? This was Jay says she hit the jackpot.
Jackpot.
Yeah.
I
worked for it.
I love that name.
Josh is asking, in the God we trust on our money. So in God we trust on our money, that is explained, have been explained so powerful. It's been right there in our faces. The channel and the information you're sharing is life altering and life lifting. Yes, exactly.
Thank you, right. Josh. I do my best. We are enslaved by these systems around us, and they have been very clever, you know what I mean? And turns out they look human but aren't. They're very clever, very, very, very clever, our overlords, But once you see through it, it turns out they have been very clever and very concealed about the whole thing. Why? You know what I mean? Like, you got to think about this for a sec, Josh. Why have they been so big on hiding everything? You know what I mean? They have everything. Why don't they just screw you? You know what I mean? Like, we don't care. They don't care. So why wouldn't they be like that? Because they fear us having this knowledge. Obviously, that's why it's not out there and easy to find. And I'm so tamped down. I spent an insane amount of money. 2/3 of everyone's tuition that they pay goes to just ad spend to Google and Facebook, Meta and Google, just them. 2/3. That's why I have to raise up the prices. And they have me almost invisible. Like Charles was saying, dude, it's impossible to find you. Why I spend so much money to be visible? It's crazy. It is life altering. They fear us having this information. It's very valuable. It is life altering. It'll change you. Just start financially and everything. What a massive change, And then the rest of it is oh man, they fear us. In the end, this knowledge and what you do and how you put it to work, you become the one that's feared, not the police, not the military and the government. Why? You're signing with a real God, Jesus Christ. They're on a losing squad. Okay, that's just a fact from the way they handle things. Okay, I've been out there doing this a lot of years. Every Thursday, here I am. They break it down my door. I know exactly. I had to put in my change of address recently with the post office. I moved. Here I am. Come get me. Whatever,
And I'm here 3 years. We've been doing this show for 2 years. And nobody's come after me. And they putting three of my kids through college. So
I'd love to hear. I'll never get tired of hearing that ever. When families are raising their children and do it better, that's why I do this. That's why I live where they totally torpedoed my whole life and so many other people's lives in a big crash, and we all woke up. Only thing is, I went all the way. I'm like, I don't trust you anymore. None of you. I'm going to get all the information, and I'm going to use it to turn this whole ship around and point it at you, not at us. And it is only $2,500 now, but I'm having to bring it up on March 14th, the 10-year anniversary of us having a trust out there. it's going to go to $29.99. So I'm I'm not earning any more money. I'm
Yeah.
working harder. I'm not. They're just charging me more for paid advertising, make me more invisible every year. Why aren't 1,000 people a day coming here? It's crazy.
Yeah.
There's no ROI like this in any financial choice anyone can make at all. What is it's over 1,000% ROI every year. It's crazy. It's crazy. Put in $2,500 and get. Well, I did the average, like it works out to like for the average American, $72,000 a year. What that ROI is? How many thousands are? It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's unlimited. It just
It
keeps
is.
going.
People keep. Oh, hey, did you know you can do this? Like, oh, what? Oh, I was going to get to another thing too.
Go ahead. I'll say that one.
Well, that's a good question. I don't want to forget this, but I'm going to talk about. I'm turning 65, and a hack I found that I'll talk about a little bit. But
All
yeah,
right, I'll remind you.
okay.
Sylvia says my employer worked with me for my trust account until I submitted W-9, and the CFO instead of HR emailed me stating I am an employee and they will not take any tax exempt or 1099 or anything.
Yeah, if you're W-2, they won't take a W-9. So you have
Yeah.
to find a new position somewhere else. If you're an employee, that's a W-2. W-2 can only have a person on it. It cannot. So you know, if you work with the devil under the, you know, the devil's construct, the person, I say never to use it. Before you had this information, Sylvia, okay, you didn't know. You're using your person, you're doing the best you can. But now that you know, you change everything, you start looking for a W-9 situation, you know, where you
Right.
can use your skills out there and, you know, change. Over time, you look for something, it'll come. One of the first people to ever get the trust from me, she quit her job the day she signed the trust. And I've told this story a lot of times, but I mean, I can't even
It's a good
forget
one.
it. And she was working for some, you know, medical establishment, running the front desk for them, and didn't like their medical stuff, and just quit. I opened the trust. I'll leave it to God. The next day, she was working in front of a medical place at some holistic group, and she loved it and was helping people at 24 hours. So it kind of like is up to you how much you trust God. And God responds in kind. I'm just saying that's the reality of signing with Jesus Christ and not some other fairy tale name. But get yourself ready and comfortable. And she just did it immediately. You know what I mean? But whenever you're good, Sylvia, something will come and God will send it. And you have the information, the knowledge now. So you're looking for the right thing. Oh, hey, I need a W-9 thing. So you'll find one. Okay.
Now I had thought I had heard that even the W-2 employees can siphon off a large portion of their salary to go to charity, and you can have it donated. So it's not like you're getting paid it. It's like they do for your 401k. Oh, we're gonna take we're gonna match 5% of your salary, and you put it into the the 401k that we set up, and you go, okay, well now I want to take, I don't know if it's 40% or more or whatever. I want to take 40% of my salary and automatically send it to this charity. And you send it to the trust. So you're at least getting a lot. And that's pre-tax. I'd have to look back into that, but I thought that was available to people.
Yeah,
who are
there's
W-2.
a hack, something like that, but I don't give tax advice on the person or LLC or nothing like that. I tell people how to get out of it. That
Right.
information is in the classroom. And you're in there, Sylvia, look it up. Do the search engine.
Yeah.
Like Alan has answered that in great detail before. And there's limits to it and stuff. It's a hack short term that can help and has helped people, is my understanding. I just got out of the person. I recommend people do that. So, because those rules about what Tim is bringing up they change. So you got to keep an eye on them. I'm not into that. Use a trust. You never pay. You never report. Yay. I can remember that. Never.
Right.
So
That's the easiest way.
That's the easiest
Keep
way.
it simple. Keep it super simple, right? The KISS program.
Yeah, yeah. So, but we have that information. Go look it up. So if you're in the classroom, okay?
All right. We have a correction here. This is I'll let you read this one.
Oh. I don't know if I can get it
There
so
you go.
I'll try and read it. Correction. I'm trying. I have 453,000 credit.
That is awesome. Winner, winner. Pretty soon,
Oh my god.
when she hits the 500,000, she's just showing off.
Oh, what'd you get? When you get past 200? Come on.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on. Somebody's gonna say it's Canadian money. Yeah, true, but still off the charts. What? Like,
Even
give me
if
that
it's
hammer. Well,
Canadian,
ding, ding, the bell goes flying. It's like, what? Oh, who did what? Oh, Jamie Bond. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Fix the bell ringer thing. Whoops. Way to go, girl.
so the this is back to the real estate payout question, I believe. So the trust would be the Andrew trust, the first name, last name trust, and not the ministry trust.
Yeah, that's what I recommend doing business in, any kind of business, because you got ID and no questions get asked anywhere
Well,
ever.
I did it into my Christian trust.
Yeah,
So
and that's fine too. That's fine
both.
too.
Right.
I use a Christian trust right out of the jump. I didn't use my first name, last name trust.
Yeah.
But over time, what I realized is, it's just accepted everywhere all the time. You just go like this with your ID, and there's never any question, like no explanations, nothing. It's just,
Molly, this show's for you. We're counting down to the price jump, which is March 14th, 60 days away. So do what you got to do, but the pay option is there. I hope you looked into that, but make that happen. Welcome.
Good to
And
have
keep
you.
on watching every Thursday night. And yes, getting paid for commission. Yeah, put it into your first name, last name trust. No problems. And they probably won't second guess you. And they're not gonna, if you do it that way, they're not even gonna ask you for that state registered.
That's what I'm saying.
That I submitted. Right.
That's what I'm saying. It's just so nothing wrong in any way, shape, or form using a Christian name trust. I'm just going for ease of passage all the time.
I do. Says happy to see you, Jack. Love everything you do. Shine on.
Oh, isn't that sweet? God bless you too.
Eric's here. Hello. When you have the property in trust, can you still get a home equity line of credit?
There are some products out there that will do that, but I've used private lending, but it's possible to do that, right? They have products that you show, bank statements and so on. They have them. So yeah, you want to go to not a bank, but a mortgage broker. A real estate agent would be, a great real estate agent will know a great mortgage broker. Tim is a great real estate agent. I mean, I'm just using an example, but they all have a good real estate. Mortgage broker out there. They handle many different kind of products, not products from one bank or something like that. So like, oh, I got a product for you, and they fit you in that, Eric.
You can tie it to your property, but as you can see, Jamie got 453,000 in just her business credit. So your line of credit, you can tie it to the property, or you can just go get it on its own. You just put it in a little bit of work.
Go get it, turn it into gold coins, cash, mess up your credit, have a paid off house, done. What? Right. Whoops. Don't need you bankers for nothing. Don't need a credit report anymore. Paid off. See ya. Let me talk about one quick hack here that I have got on my mind. I'm gonna go over briefly before we jump out of here. My person is turning 25. 65.
Mentally 25 again.
Yeah, those days are gone. What am I talking about? 40 is slip. Whoop. Turning 65. So I want to give a general hack, and it's because of using a trust, your person has nothing, right? Qualifies for EBT, qualifies for, I'm in Florida. qualifies turning 65 for Medicare, Part A and B. Oh, hey, your person qualifies. And my Social Security, how much it gets every month is like $320, like nothing. Hey, you didn't pay any taxes, you get nothing. Like, okay, thanks. But when you turn 65, you can go in a Social Security website and take full disability for your person, SSI, at age 65. But you can apply, I think, 2 or 3 months ahead of time. I'm 4 months out, so I haven't done it, but I researched it. Anyway, you can go in there and apply, say, oh, give me full disability into Social Security, and they give it automatically. In Florida, for sure, only thing you need to do to qualify, be 65. So I understand they might cut down on EBT from that, but this is what happens. You also, okay, hey, I so you're going to get paid, instead of I get 320, right? My person is going to get 950 instead of 320. Goes to full disability, goes to the minimum of full disability, which is 950. So it's like, oh, that tripled, And then also, because I do that, what I do is go back into the portal, which is called Families and Children or something in Florida, where you get an EBT, and you go in there. Once you get full disability at 65, you go in there and you get Medicaid from the state.
Right.
And the state will pay Medicare B, which would be like $250 or more than $200, which is basically going to take all the Social Security away. Anyway, the state is now going to pay that premium. So it's not only is it going to be, it would have been, if I didn't do anything, it would have been 320 minus 220. Here's your $100 a month or whatever,
Right.
But
right.
now, because of using this trust, Social Security is going to go to 950, and it's going to stay there. The state of Florida is going to pay Medicare A and B. Plus, it's going to get me Medicaid, which does this other stuff too. I've yet to get into all that stuff, but you get into like a planned system of health or whatever, which can include like massage, acupuncture, chiropractic, like actual practical stuff. And instead of where before I didn't have Medicaid in Florida, Medicaid in Florida will also make it so zero copay everywhere I go for all medical, everything in their system. Zero pay for healthcare, no premiums, no copays, no nothing, and plus full disability SSI, more money every month. This is the greatest hack that I figured out. It's unbelievable. It's totally unbelievable. All this stuff keeps happening, and this one is just a beauty. Like, thanks for the money.
Yeah.
And if you want to go further with it, because you're Medicaid and Medicare, they have other stuff like they'll help you with, your electric bills and stuff. The state does all this stuff, bring you meals to your house. Like, I'm gonna be like,
Yeah.
thanks. Really like being your slave all those years. I'll take your food, your money, give me everything you got up in here. Thank you. Finally, So, but that's what happens with this trust. You start the trust, and the government starts working for you instead of the other way around. You give them nothing, and they start giving you everything. What was that last thing? Thanks for letting me get that.
He just said, wow, wow, wow.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this stuff never ends. It only gets better. It's so wonderful. Thanks, Trump, for pointing it all out to me so I could figure it out. I appreciate it. Cheers to you, Donald.
Yeah.
Next Thursday, 7 p.m. And as I say all the time, listen, I can't help you unless you get the trust and do this. It's your first name, last name trust. You have to know your name and your address and be in America or Canada. That's all you need. And this works for you and your whole family. Make it go multi-generational. Come on, people. All right. So until you get this, I can't help you. Once you do, you're in like Flint. Okay. See you soon.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great week, everyone.